Welcome, welcome. What are we going to do today? Well, let me show you. I got a huge stack of free cards at a garage sale. This one is a baby shower invitation. Then we have this. And we have this. These were more baby shower invitations, just a different size. I'd like to maybe start a new series, and this would be the first one. And I think we'll call it hashtag use it or lose it. And basically, it's taking things that we have collected and they're sitting, taking up space. And we're going to use them or we're going to let them go, whether that is donate them to a thrift store or send them in Happy Mail to somebody that might be able to use them. Today, I thought I'd take you along and show you how to alter some of these cards. Before we start, we need to grab our scripture card for the day. And here it is. Psalm 29:11. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Are you in need of peace today? Just ask him. He says he'll give it to you. Are you in need of strength? Admit it and ask him for strength. He says in his word that he will give it to you. So I'm praying that he gives you strength and peace today, friends. All right, so here's what I'm going to need. I'm going to use a book with no cover because I'm going to need to protect my surface from glue. The other thing we're going to need is scraps, whether it be book pages or maps or paper bags, scrap paper, that kind of a thing. Music paper, that's another good one. Scissors. I am going to have some Grand Espresso Distress Oxide by Tim Holton Ranger, a glue stick, other glues, that kind of a thing. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a book page, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here. Now you could use any glue, but you want to make sure you get the edges really well. And plop it on there. And we will come back and trim it off. Now I'm not worried about the backside because most of these I'm going to go ahead and glue to a page in a journal. For instance, if we take this one, I wrote down glue to a page. So if you glued that down to your journal page, then you'd have journal space there. I'm going to cut the edges. And before doing anything, I'm going to give it a few minutes to dry. So we'll do another one. I've got this old map. I want to go ahead and glue this down. If you don't have any stick glue, you could use any PVA glue. Elmer School Glue. This is Anita's Tacky Glue. But any PVA glue would work. I'm going to actually come along with a paintbrush that I have had sitting in water next to me. And I'm just going to spread that glue around. There may have been too much water. Yeah, probably. So here's what we'll do. We'll just get some of it off. Now, if you notice, PVA glue will make paper wrinkle. So let's just get this, plop it on there. Turn it over and make sure we have it stuck down. And then Since I know that this will curl because I did have so much water, I'm going to stick it under my mat here and just let it dry. Here's another one. Why don't we grab some scrapbook paper and we'll do the same thing. Which way do we want that? How about we'll go like this. I'll try to get it on the edge so I don't have trimming to do. And then I did do some so that they're already dry. Okay, so let's say that you didn't quite get the edges. Well, that is quite all right. Just grab, let's see, I've got this. Grab a strip of it. I'll glue that down. So we've got a layer going on. But then I'm going to set this aside to dry. I think this is one, yeah. I have this paper bag here that I cut up. Measure about how wide I need it. Go right about there. And I'm going to just rip that off. We'll glue down on here. And so I do want to rip off this bottom edge. And now, again, you could use any glue you have on hand. You could use a bone folder, an old gift card. Shoot, you can go to the Dollar Tree and get gift cards that have nothing on them. And just flatten it out because you don't want any bubbles. There we go. Perfect. Writing space. Okay, so our front, I'm going to come and do some inking. It's just a matter of playing and decorating the front. So this one, I cut this out of a magazine. We could have that there. And maybe a little label. What is this? Oh, I could double the label up like that. I have a stamp. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. For this, I'm going to use my art glitter glue. There we go. And you have something to put inside your journal. You just glue this down, and somebody has more writing space. Now you could come along and ink in here as well. The other thing you could do is you could put a little pull tab on it so that somebody knows it's supposed to open. This one here, we have to refold. I think I'll use my bone folder. And then, let's trim that off. This one I already glued down to cover the words, the lettering in here. Save your paper bags. They are great for these kinds of things. On this one, I might take a little bit of fabric here. I actually don't want it that tall. We're just going to cut her in half. Because what I'm thinking is put that down here with a label. What do you think? So for this, I'm going to take some Elmer School Glue that I watered down. And Oh, let's get our book, our glue book. And I'm going to paint this with glue. And then I'm going to put it on my card. Now, this is going to take a while to dry. You could use a heat tool if you want to. It does need a little label or a word or something. What about thankful? I think we'll do that. You know, let's give this one a little pull tab. All right, I have this strip of paper that I think we'll just make into a pull tab. So if I want it, let's see, let's just randomly fold it. And then cut it. And I'm going to round the corners as best as I can. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ink the edges. There we go. So cute. This one here is just it'd go in a pocket. It's just a journaling card. So how do we do this? Well, let's take this one. Where is my ruler? Right here. All right. We'll go like this. Tear it off. So with this one, I did a book page. How about let's use some music. So what I'm gonna do is get out my glue and then plop it down. All right, now we're gonna cut this. Now I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges of this one. But hold on, first, let's round the edges. I got this because I don't round edges very well. This does it for me. I have this one, you guys, but it has stopped cutting. Do you know how to sharpen these? I hate to throw it away. I don't know what to do. I'm sure someone out there knows what to do. Now for this one, I made a little pocket. How did I do that? Well, I have that. It's a little too big, but I guess, you know what? We could cut it off. And then, is that about, yeah. Now I'm going to go ahead and round these. The other one I didn't. Should we ink it? Why not? This is a 1.5 inch punch, but really it doesn't matter what you use. So I'm going to hold it on the edge. I do not want glue. That will help me remember, hey dude, don't glue that side down. It also keeps my fingers out of the glue. Set that down there. Do you have washi tape? I have washi tape. I don't use it very often. I don't have a ton of it. But why don't we use some? This. And we'll just put that across there. But always, always, always with washi tape, grab a stick glue. It doesn't matter what glue you have. Reinforce it with stick glue, because oftentimes this washi does not stay. And how about right about there? And then we could wrap it around the back, or we just come in and cut it off. Cute. And then we need something to put in the pocket. You know, it does kind of need but maybe something to give it a little texture. All right, I have some of this lace. And we'll just glue that right there at the top. Now, does it need a word, a sentiment, a something? We could go, oh yeah, let's do this one. And how about right there? Now we have to have something for in that pocket, don't we? What about this one? That one kind of matches. What is the size? Okay, so I want to make it shorter. And we have a simple little tag. How fun is that? All right, so we have those. Let's finish this one that was drying. We'll cut off the edges. There we go. And maybe just give it a little ink, not a lot. Now what? No. Do I have anything in my little box of things here? How about let's ink the edges of this. And then glue this down. Put it there. And then ink around this little bird somebody sent me. Isn't he cute? And glue him down. Right about there. And I am going to press down with this napkin to get that extra glue because I knew it was going to ooze out, especially on his little feet. Cute. And I feel like it needs something. How about this? Make music. I imagine this little bird is singing. What kind of music do you like? Do you have a favorite, or do you like many different kinds? There we go. Okay, let's finish up this one. We had flattening under here. And there we go. Explore the creeks. Well, I hope this inspired you to get out some of your greeting cards, whether they're new, used. I hope this inspired you to use them up and create something new and fun. I'll go ahead and cover this up off camera, but I just want to say thanks for being here and ask you a huge favor. Could you click the thumbs up button and maybe subscribe if you've watched all the way to the end? That way you can see any of my new videos that come out. And I shall see you again soon. We'll do some more use it or lose it. Maybe what we'll do is we'll take some envelopes this time and use those. Until later, enjoy and God bless.